All right, chat. This is the video. I've already watched this, right? It's literally on my watch again playlist. Oh wait, can I hit? Okay, it doesn't go away. God damn it. This is the video I was talking about the other day from Josh Strife. If you guys want to check out this video, here you go, chat. Here's the link. If any YouTube frogs want to check out this video, first link in the description. This video is amazing. Go watch it without my interrupted banter. Or if you want to hear what pieces of advice I might have to go along with this, or just what I have to say and that fun jazz, and you stick around, feel free to drop a like and a sub if you enjoy or you say, and feel free to check out the Twitch stream. Second link in bio. How do I stay motivated is telling myself to live through Friday starting. Oh my gosh. Starting on Monday, and I do that on repeat. Not gonna lie, that's my secret. Yo, that's real as fuck. All right, let's get into it.
I know it's my first message. That's okay. I'm going to heavily judge it. How do you find the motivation to continue and keep going? Like edit video. That started really heavy. How do you find the motivation to keep going? Oh, thank God, to like edit videos. Whew. I was going to say, we're about to get into some serious stuff there.
We're about to get our dicks into some deep quicksand here, brother. What would the equivalent of that be for a coochie? What would the equivalent be of that for a coochie, huh? Yeah, he got a nice voice, bro. He got a nice voice. He's doing a Fallout New Vegas playthrough right now, by the way, on his stream. Yeah, dude, he's dressed up, too. He's dressed up for that shit, too. He be looking sexy. Bro's seducing us. He is, bro. He is. He knows he got it like that so much, he don't even have that microphone close to his mouth.
Since English isn't my first language, motivation might not be what I meant, but to give an
he
example,
wide open.
I want to do something, but sometimes I open it and I stare at it or switch to other things. Oh, dude, all the time. All the time. The great thing is, you don't need to find motivation, because motivation is a fickle mistress. Motivation is ephemeral. It comes and goes. If you wait until you're motivated to do something, you will never do anything. The secret, when people go, oh yeah, I'm always motivated. No, you're not. That's a lie. Motivation is what we tell people when they can't be bothered to do things for themselves. Discipline is what keeps you doing it. When I'm sitting there editing a video, I am not motivated to do it. I don't wake up and think, oh boy, oh golly, oh gosh, I get to edit some videos today. I hate that.
Sorry?
It's boring. It's dull. It's...
Oh, no, you don't have to stop, Saro. I'm just going to keep giving you the looks. Dude, editing videos is one of the worst things in this entire world, which is why I savor editing shorts so much, is because I don't totally hate doing that. Now, adding captions makes me not hate it, but makes me not love it as much. But I understand that captions, for whatever reason, make the videos do so much better sometimes, so I'll continue to add them. But yeah, dude, video editing is the fucking worst. And having motivation, bro, almost all of the greatest things in my life that I've done, like that I've completed, right, that I've like created in some way or worked on, have come when I had no motivation for them. You know what I'm saying? Some of the best streams I've had, I had no motivation that day. Now, I'm not saying... burnout's very real. Be very aware of burnout. Take breaks. Take times to breathe, okay? But, like, YouTube channels doing well, I rarely have motivation, okay? To do that shit. Streams, some streams doing well, I rarely have motivation for that. I'm trying to think of what else. Really, the only thing that I have, like, a shit ton of motivation usually to do is play games. Because I've made it very, like, many times in my content creation career. Content creation career. I've been, like, sporadic with playing games because I want to make sure that I enjoy them. You know what I'm saying? In my freelance work, almost everything I don't have motivation to do. Even the stuff that I like to do, like editing photos, a lot of times I don't have fucking motivation to edit photos, but I do it anyways, you know? It's like one of those things, like dedication, you know? And that's hard to hear, right? Like, even when I heard this video for the first time, I was like, what? Dude, oh my God. It like made me second guess myself for a second. I was like, what? Mostly everything I do is without having motivation. Now, I love streaming a lot of the times, but there's a lot of times I'm just not motivated to go live. But then I do go live, I get into a rhythm, and I love that shit, bro. You know? We are watching another handsome man I've never seen before. What is this? Oh yeah, dude, we're tapping in tonight, Sarl. I'm getting you your new favorite YouTubers tonight. Let's fucking go. This guy's a G. I love Josh. So many W Joshes in my life, bro. I got excited off of 100 views on a YouTube short. You should see my face when I got a short get 10K. Yeah, bro. That shit, that dopamine hit is fucking crazy. It's got to be more addicting than heroin, bro. That shit has never left my fucking body, bro. That's why I keep fucking trying with shorts, bro. Every chance I get, I edit some shorts.
Repetitive. I get up out of my chair and walk around my room every 10 minutes because I hate sitting down to do it. What keeps me doing it is the discipline of knowing that I need to just sit and do it.
God, this guy has such a nice hairline. I'm so jealous. Fuck.
Sometimes I sit down. I edit on Shotcut because I can't be bothered to learn anything else. And I think, right, I don't want to edit, but I do know.
Next time somebody's like, I don't have Premiere. I can't edit. I don't have this editing software. I'm be like, brother, you see this guy? You see this guy? This channel. He got 200,000 subscribers. His main channel, I'm pretty sure it's near 1 million. Let me check this. Right now. Main channel. 800, and we'll say 50,000. Shotcut, bro. Shotcut. This is his Says channel. This is his editing channel. Or not his editing, sorry. His gameplay channel. 421 subscribers. And then the replays channel. Yep. See, he's playing through New Vegas right now. He's got a sick getup. I highly recommend him, bro. He is a fucking G. I forget what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something about Josh. Anyways, let me continue.
That while editing, the program needs to be open. So I open the program. I don't want to, but I know it needs to be. And then while editing, I think, okay, if I've got the program open, I probably need a folder open with all of the files that I'm going to be editing. I'm not going to start editing yet. I'm just going to open the folder. And I open the folder and I'm thinking, okay, that file probably needs to be in the editing software for me to actually work with it and manipulate it. I'm not going to start editing yet. I'm just going to put the file over into the software. And then I'm thinking, okay, the file probably needs to be on the timeline so I can start doing stuff.
What are we talking about? By the way, if any words got muted in this chat, it was auto mod. Yeah, unless you're straight up saying a slur, yeah, it's auto mod.
Want to do it, but I'm just going to put the file onto the timeline. Okay, and now I don't actually need this part of the footage, so I can just cut that and then delete that part. I'm not going to start editing yet. I don't want to, but I know I need to do that.
Honestly, this is good advice for editing. Especially if you aren't doing something like a music video or something like super high intensive editing, right? Like where you're like, you literally need to be like on task, like on time. Like you have to do portions of it because you're like tapping out with the beat or something like that, or like syncing something up. Or even if you're doing like the beginning part, I guess. Let me take that back on the syncing up. If you're like syncing something up, like just like literally get inside of Premiere and start doing like a couple small things. Like tell your brain, it's like when you're working out, you're like, okay, one more set, and then you're like, okay, one more set. Okay, one more set. After you complete those sets, it's pretty much the same exact thing. Just do that in editing. That is literally, sometimes I have done this to trick my mind. Great hair, great voice, great beard. What doesn't this man have? Dude, I don't know. He has great advice too. Chris, if you start talking like this, I'll do whatever you want. Well, I can't make my voice deeper and I can't become British. So best that you can get is, top of the morning, love. I'll tell you what you gotta do is you gotta open your editing software. You gotta fucking put your fucking shit in the timeline. Is that sexy or what?
I start doing that. Then I get another file and go, right, this is the next bit that goes to there. I'm not going to start editing yet, but I'm just going to cut that bit and then
Ooh,
put
British. He's British!
Over the top of it so it blends into the next bit of footage. And at the end of the day, I'm thinking, oh man, I'm really glad I haven't had to edit because I am not motivated, despite the fact I've edited 15 to 20 minutes worth of video.
Nah, he good though. Yo, he passes the British test. All right. All those other British people, we don't fuck with them. This guy though? This guy, we fuck with him. He can get the pass. What pass are we even giving British people? You know what I'm saying? Like, as Americans, like, what are we giving them?
You gaslight yourself into doing the project, and you don't sit there and go, I'm going to wait till I'm motivated. because I'll let you in on a creative secret. People that have creative jobs absolutely love it when other people wait until they're motivated, because that means you won't do anything, and therefore you're not going to be competing with me.
Bro, this is actually fire advice. And by the way, I just want to say, this shouldn't like stress you out, right, chat? Because even if you are in a, let's say, competition, and in my opinion, you shouldn't see this shit as a competition, because in my mind, at this point in the world, for mostly everything in a creative venture, you can find success in your own way. There's no competition. And especially in places like where you have colleagues and people that you genuinely like care about, like photography, right? Like, I'm not in a competition with any other fucking photographer. You know, I want to see them win in whatever way. But let's say this is a competition for YouTube, right? Maybe you need to motivate yourself in that way. Oh yeah, here, chat. Here's this. If you guys want it. It shouldn't be like, oh my God, I have to get a lot of work done because it's a competition. What he's saying is if somebody else is waiting for motivation to hit them to start doing their creative endeavor, but you do it based off of dedication, or just start to do small bits of it off of dedication, you're already way ahead of that other person because you are not waiting for motivation to hit you. Sometimes you'll get lucky, bro. Really, fucking Mike talks about it, and I've realized this. Sometimes you'll get hit with like a creative flow, and you'll be on this high. You'll be like getting everything done. Everything will go right. Everything will be correct. And then some days you're gonna have horrible fucking days. And maybe you need to take some time away from like working on, like, we'll just say editing here, right? Because he used the analogy of editing. Maybe you need to take some time away from editing, you know? But maybe you got some dedication left in the fucking tank and you can fucking push through and get some edits done, even though things don't seem to be going right. Because, you know, you're fucking set on getting this shit done for you. Yo, I got you, chat. I try and be real. I try and keep it 100. I was talking about, I don't know what words fly on Twitch, because I literally went years off Twitch because they said my account was a bot account, and I didn't make a new Twitch account until, like, I think a few weeks ago before I met you, Chris. Oh, yeah, I think it's literally slurs. Auto mod will sometimes hit shit, and then I'll allow it. But you should be good. As long as you aren't saying slurs or threatening anyone, you are fine to say whatever you want.
I love it when people wait till they're motivated. When someone comes up to me and goes, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to do it, my brain goes, fuck, now I've got to do something.
How are we the same age, Chris? You got wisdom? I don't know about all that, but I appreciate you, brother. I like to think any way that I have, you know, let's say I am more wise than you in a different category. You got something more than I have, right? Like, you have way more actual life experience than me, right? And you probably are also not giving yourself enough credit for how wise you are. So, yeah. I personally think, Austin, based off of conversations we've had, you are wise. Threatening me, Summer? What'd I do? Yeah, the film school I'll hopefully go to in the future will definitely tell me to take a break from editing when my deadline is in 5 minutes. Yo. Oh, by the way, Sorrow, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. As someone who almost went to film school, do a lot of research. I ended up deciding not to go to film school because I wanted to do music, videography, like music content videography. And I was like, oh, okay. Because basically what I heard is like film school, a lot of the times, it cannot be, or sometimes it's not worth it depending on what you want to do if you don't go to a major city. And then on top of that, a lot of people just go to get connections in the film industry. So like if that's what you're going for, then fuck yeah, send it. But do research, make sure it's everything you want before you full send it. Oh, you want to film movies? Then yeah, fucking full send that shit. Fucking go for it. You know, obviously do research on exactly what you want to do, you know, in that field and exactly what the schools offer. But yeah, fucking send it. Yo, Austin, I love you, bro. Kidding, you're real, obviously. Oh, no, I'm a goofy But yeah, yo, Sorrow, I am excited to watch you grow on this journey and pursue this new passion.
Or they might overtake me. Motivation.
Also, I hope that wasn't discouraging, by the way. I just, as someone who almost went to film school, I wanted to give you the advice that I wish somebody had told me before I like spent a lot of time looking into it, or not looking into it, but like spending a lot of time thinking that I was probably going to go to film school.
It's a fickle mistress, mate. Don't wait for it. Discipline is what keeps you going. I don't feel motivated to do half the stuff I do. I don't enjoy doing it. You're not going to have a blast with every single thing you do, but you're going to do it. That's what you're going to do. I do this with cleaning my house. I'm not motivated to go and get the Hoover and hoover up all the carpets in my house. I'll do it. I'm motivated to do it. Motivation is good, but where's your uniform? Don't ruin it.
Also, chat, sorry to keep pausing this so much because we're 3 minutes into a 10-minute video, but also good, Sarah. Hell yeah, good. I spent so much of my life, and I think maybe these conversations might turn this way, so I just want to make something clear. I spent so much of my life cutting things out of my life because they didn't achieve anything. I didn't play video games for a few years of my life because I wasn't achieving anything doing it. I'm trying to think of what else. I was thinking something earlier today, but it was like something when I was like younger that I didn't do because it wasn't like getting any work done or anything like that. It is okay to enjoy something and spend time on something if it makes you more content in life. Like literally, if you gain nothing out of it, that is totally okay. I mean, I know I'm just describing a hobby here, or most hobbies, but like, I just want to let you guys know, it is totally okay, brother. Waste as many fucking hours as you want. As long as you're happy, that's all that fucking matters, you know? So, yeah. I told my dad I wasn't going to do anything if I wasn't 100% in it because fuck student loan debt, real. How have you been? What is new in your life? What is going on? What are some new games that you've been playing that make you feel happy? Have you had the chance to play the new Demon Slayer game? It's so creative, unique, fabulous. New in my life, I got a girlfriend. I'm probably moving again. Life has been great. New games, not new, but I played it recently. The Wolf Among Us. It is sick. It looks something from a 90s movie. Let's see, something new I got in my room that made it look like a 90s movie. I have a flag back there that is a stick to your guns flag of him flipping off the American flag. Is that cool? Does that count? He's not flipping it off, okay? He's not flipping it off. It's American flag, and he's flipping you off, okay? So he's probably not actually flipping the American flag off. Or maybe he is. I would believe if he was, you know?
As a creator, I confirm everything you said is true. Yeah, I hate it when people go, oh yeah, I'm super disciplined. One of the favorite ones was, you guys know the actor Michael Caine? Someone once said to Michael Caine, oh, you're extremely talented. You know, you've got a load of motivation. And Michael Caine replied, I am a disciplined actor. Whether I have talent or motivation is irrelevant. You will tend to find, and this is true.
Let me back up here because I want him to be able to make his point clearly because I paused him a couple words into that. Discipline, it is I fully believe if you keep going at something and keep working at something, if there is a chance of becoming successful, if you keep working at it, at some point you will become successful in it or moderately successful at it, right? Like streaming, bro. I've never been a fucking huge streamer. I've never had more than 100 concurrent viewers on multiple streams, but I've had points in my life where I've like had, 40, 50 concurrent viewers, and I've had points in my life, 2 separate points too, which I'm beyond lucky to have had these points in my life, where I have made like double the money that I've ever made fucking freelancing in a month, doing streaming. And I'm forever grateful for that. And that is why I keep at this shit is, one, because Twitch chat who actually enjoy the stream and want to or like use it as a part of their day or to escape or whatever. And 2, because I truly believe that if you keep fucking going at something, you're gonna be successful at it. I think fully that my fucking highs for content creation, my peak or whatever is yet to come still, because I'm gonna keep at it and keep working at it. And I always find another way to innovate my fucking content creation game to take me back up to another high, which I think it's that way with anything in life. If you work at it long enough, You make me laugh and giggle. You are just so cool, comedian. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't ever change. Be the way to lose weight. You have to eat more avocados with cinnamon powder. In that game that we all played in cards is the game called Magic the Gathering. I'm trying to picture it, and I'm trying to get into new games, but not really, but yes at the same time. I've never played Magic the Gathering. Man, I still don't know what the fuck I'm going to do or what the fuck I want to do. Major's still undecided. Hey, that's okay, Urban. That's okay, brother. Don't ever feel like you got to rush yourself on that shit. Take a fucking leap year if you need to, if you're talking about college, or just fucking take some time to figure it out. It is crazy that, especially in the U.S., we are expected to know exactly what we're doing by the time we're like 16. Like, bro, some people don't figure out what the fuck they want to do till they're like 50, you know? And then they spend the rest of their life enjoying it fully. So, like, don't stress yourself out. Also, my dad got concerned saying that I didn't want to live in California, and that's where all the major film stuff is, so I'd have to live there. I don't want to live there, but I would love to go for business. It'd be cheaper to fly there every time I needed to than live there because taxes are astronomical out there. Yeah, or you could also live in Nevada. Is that where, did Valkyrie move there? Or I know she's talking about moving there. I took a gap semester, and not gonna lie, I need more shit to do. I think I'm going to take summer classes. Oh. My family never had careers, so I'll be the first. Dude, I mean, obviously, nobody in my family had any, like, content creator shit or background in, like, any sort of entertainment. And, I don't know really what, like, sparked that in me. I don't really know where that came from, that inspiration came from, or what made me want to do that. I just know when I was younger, I would always record myself on any camera that I could get a hold of doing, like, dumb shit. Not like prank dumb shit, but just like me being a fucking idiot. And I always wanted to be like recording and taking photos. I just really want to be a history teacher, but I don't know if I can do it to certain things that have happened in my life. But I do want a minor in film. Oh, dude, hell yeah. Yo, good luck, Elizabeth. Thanks for stopping in. Have an amazing day tomorrow. Appreciate you. I just really want... Oh, okay, all right. Bet. Sorry. But I don't know if I can do it to certain things that have happened in my life. But I don't... Well, Austin, if you think you can push through that and work through that, bro, I encourage you to do it. Because, you know, if you can push through it, don't let anything that's happened in your fucking past control what you do in the future. And I truly believe that life gives teachers the toughest battles so that they, not like actual teachers, like school teachers, but teachers in life and wisdom and things like that, the toughest battles so that they are able to teach people and educate them on how to go through that and deal with that in their own lives, you know? I don't know if I worded that correctly, but I think you guys get what I'm trying to say. It's so stressful finding a career. I thought I wanted to do graphic design so bad, but I just didn't see myself happy doing it for the rest of my life. Also tried photography, but that's hard to get into financially. Yeah, dude, I will say photography is rough to get into financially. If you like, I would say literally like if you're interested, and by the way, I also like that encapsulates everyone. So even actual teachers, you know, sometimes have the toughest battles. I mean, look at trying to be a teacher in the fucking US if you aren't going to be a college teacher. You know, those motherfuckers have the toughest battles. I would say, Urban, if you can get like, obviously you might already have a part-time job, but if you don't already have a part-time job, get a part-time job and just start saving. That's literally what I did. I worked, I mention all the time, I worked at a church. I worked at a church for like 2 years, and I just saved every little bit of that money, and I invested it into my freelance business. Well, almost every little bit of money. Obviously, I bought some dumb shit like fucking merch and stuff like that. Not that that's dumb, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I bought like a MacBook to edit on. I bought a drone. Funny, I use neither of those anymore, but I still do use the camera and one of the lenses that I bought during that time. I just realized I don't, like, a lot of that shit either broke or I don't use anymore. Kind of funny. But yeah, I mean, that wasn't like 2017, 2018, so it makes sense. Anyways, let's continue with this video. Sorry, and YouTube frogs, I got so sidetracked, but I hope that some of that advice was good.
Well, motivation is irrelevant. You will tend to find, and this is true, okay? This is very, very true. Half of the, probably more than half, of the process to succeeding is literally just turning up. Okay, I can't levitate.
Oh my god, I didn't even know. I know that I already fucking watched this video, but I didn't think that that's where he took this. Fuck. Dude, holy shit.
Now, because I don't have enough knowledge to levitate, but I can use my wizard staff.
Dude, actually, I do remember this part of the video because I was like, wait, what analogies are you using? You can't levitate? But he was talking about the fucking game. I was like, oh, I'm so dumb.
Cool. Half of succeeding is just turning up. Seriously, just turn up. Just because most people won't turn up. Most people will talk a big game about turning up and then not turn up. Just being there. Have you ever met someone who is incredibly dumb or underqualified, or in your mind you're just thinking, how the hell did you do this? You ever met someone and you're just, I've got no idea how on earth that person can have succeeded? I'll tell you how they succeeded. They probably just turned up.
I'm not gonna lie to you, chat. I've seen so many photographers that I would consider like, you know, like just getting into photography, or like don't have as much experience, or like don't have as big of a portfolio or whatever, or like don't edit their photos enough to like what I think is like whatever standard, right? Get so many bigger shows than me, and that's a part of it. They turn up. They turn up. They're nice to people, you know, shit like that. I think it's another thing that is underrated, is just be nice to motherfuckers and do what you love, man. I know I sound like one of those little signs that your fucking mom probably has in the fucking house, you know, but literally, I'm literally doing photography on the side as a hobby now. Yeah, absolutely, bro. I mean, that's the way to start it. Like I said, if you're fucking trying to get into it, like, you know, save up for like gear and stuff, because photography gear can be so expensive. Hit a side job one time for a little bit, save up some of that, then be able to buy more gear, and then, you know, continue to work on photography as you go. At some point, it'll make you money, you know, whenever you decide that you've gotten a big enough portfolio and you want to start charging people. But, you know, for me personally, I didn't worry about it for the first like 2 or 3 years of doing freelance work. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna fucking learn as much as I can and try and get involved in as many gigs as I can. Kind of like I'm literally saying right now about these photographers. Like, that's literally how a lot of people like end up in the music industry, at least, and touring photographers or like well-known concert photographers, is they just go to a shit ton of shows and they interact with people and are just nice, you know.
And no one else did. There is this lovely sweet spot, and you need to be in it. It's horrible, but here's the truth. There is a level of self-belief and a level of knowledge where you are smart enough to be able to do the thing, but dumb enough to not doubt yourself. I try and be there all the time. Have you ever thought, I'm not going to do this project because this is too difficult? I can see all the problems that are in front of me. Smart people are smart enough to know how difficult something is going to be to do, and so they decide not to even start it.
Chat, listen, for as many times people have called me fucking stupid, I feel like I fit perfectly in here, bro. I fucking keep myself at a certain level of stupidity, okay? That I'm literally perfectly right in here, bro. I'm literally perfectly right in this fucking spot, bro. Any sane or rational person would have literally given up on so much of the shit in my life already. I didn't give up on it, and maybe I'm not fucking rich. Maybe I sometimes struggle to pay my bills, but I'm the fucking happiest I've ever been in my life, and I don't know if I'll ever be like I hope that I can sustain this fucking level of happiness, because I genuinely believe that most days I am happier than 95% of human beings. And it's just because I'm stupid enough to keep believing in myself and continuing to do whatever the fuck makes me happy. Sometimes I fucking, you know, I know you guys haven't fucking seen it, but you know, there's been times in my life where I literally just full on pursue freelance, and Twitch streaming is like the side hobby for me, but I keep doing it. I show up 3 or 4 times a day at least, or not a day, a week. And I focus on freelance work. I just do whatever the fuck I want there and like grind hard on there. And then sometimes like the last probably like 6, 7, 8 months of streaming, I fucking focus hard on streaming. I go hard on this shit and I turn up on that. But either way, I'm doing whatever the fuck I am passionate about, and I take on both of them in stupid ways, you know? Blind faith. A magician is doing a disappearing trick and said he'd do it on the count of 3. So he says uno, dos, then poof, disappears without a trace. Garbanzo, that was a beautiful dad joke. What kind of spot we talking about? The G spot. I think I also felt extremely greedy when I started to think that I only wanted to do graphic design for money at that point. That's when I realized I overworked myself. I mean, here's the thing. There is a difference between greedy and knowing your worth, you know? Or like, you know, what's the word I'm looking for here? Basically, like, knowing your worth, there's nothing wrong with knowing your worth. And anyone that tries to make you feel like shit for, like, charging for your work after you've spent time honing your craft, I think is a bitch. Okay? They don't give a fuck about workers' rights, or they don't give a fuck about the creative field, or both. Yeah. You kind of have to be a little bit manic to really do the things you want to do. Yeah, absolutely awesome. Especially if they're like, you know, new age shit, you know, like graphic designers. I mean, that isn't like completely new age, as like social media shit, but like social media shit for sure. Brother, if I was saying I wouldn't be here right now, yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's one of the things I love about you, chat. You guys are all a little cuckoo with me. We're all a little quirky. We're all a little turned up, whether it be autism or mental illness or both, you know?
People that are smart.
Me personally, I'm double dipping.
Enough to do the thing, but just dumb enough to not know how difficult the thing is going to be to do, they start it. And when they get to the first problem, they solve it. Because all of their brain power is focused on that problem. Because in their mind, there can be no other problems. This is the only one. So they solve it. Then they get to the next problem, which the really, really smart person, they would have seen it ages ago. But they wouldn't have started, because they would have seen so many problems, it would have intimidated them. It would have been that analysis paralysis thing. It would have been the anxiety of all the issues. But the person who's just dumb enough to not doubt themselves, they just plow through it and they solve it. And eventually you step back and you look and you go, how are there so many people who seem incapable in charge? Unfortunately, it's because those people are also incapable of doubting themselves. And so they just do the things they need to do.
Also, chat, please do not, what's the word I'm looking for here? Oh my God, I've been blanking on words recently. Like, I know the word that I want to use, but like, I don't at the same time. Do not, I'm trying to say recognize almost. Anyways, don't take this as, don't have any self-awareness. I think self-awareness is another important part about life, is having some self-awareness, you know, having good self-awareness. But I would say having blind faith in yourself, even if you feel like you can't do it, hyping yourself up some, because usually as human beings, we really, you know, unless you literally are a narcissist, we undersell ourselves a lot of times. You know, we are a lot more capable than we think. So I procrastinate sometimes because I'm just like, fuck, that's a lot of shit I got to do. That's fair. That is fair.
Yeah, I hate it too. I hate it too. Where is this dude?
Look at this dude.
Where is the dude I am looking for? He's got to be somewhere around here. We're going for Marowak's spine, apparently. We've got to go above somewhere. Got to kill... Oh, we're in a Lumby, aren't we? We're definitely in a Lumby. How do we stop doubting ourselves? You realise that even if you do doubt yourself, you're going to keep doing it anyway. I'm going to, you know, keep trying to do the things that I need to do regardless. Will I fail? Probably. But that's okay. Failure teaches me things. I'm good with failing at stuff. Done it a lot. Great stuff on turning up. Amount of times I made myself go to the gym without desire. As soon as that exercising goes up 200%. Yes. Also, does Charles Dance make you feel a certain way when he speaks? Well, any man who says I am the king is no true king. Yes, he does. He's got that voice. Yeah. So I would say don't wait to be motivated. That is a trap that a lot of...
Oh, also going back to his point that he was saying, there is no like true failure unless you don't learn from your shortcomings. There's literally no true failure as long as you learn from your shortcomings. Like, because you're gonna fail a lot, right? You're gonna fail a lot, but you're not a failure, and you didn't truly fail unless you don't learn from it. And then if you don't learn from it, you don't fucking sit there and be like, okay, what can I learn from this fucking fuck up that I did here? Then that's when you've truly failed. Don't be afraid to fail. That shit's okay, dude. Fall on my face all the time. You fucking get back up. You laugh at yourself. That's another thing I think that I've learned in life is just to laugh shit off. Laugh at myself, you know? I'm also stuck in a room that gets in the 80s/90s, so that just keeps me unmotivated at home. That's fair, bro. That is a big thing. That is like one thing that I will dump a shit ton of money into, is to make sure that whatever room I'm in the summer is at least somewhat cool, and in the winter is at least somewhat warm. But when I'm motivated, I can take a $0 budget and somehow end up with access to a camera, props, my brain for a future script, and built-in actors. My idiot friends. Yeah, I mean, so again, that's like where it comes into play with this conversation that we're having here, is that it's like, you got to find a way to show up at least a little bit if you can. Same, Urban. Like, if you can, and I think that's something that he might touch on here towards the end. I actually forget a decent amount of this video. I just remember that advice that he gave a second ago. If you can just find small steps to improve, I think that's like the biggest thing in life, is to just find small steps to improve. You don't have to take big steps. You don't have to accomplish huge things. But, Sorrow, if you can start to work on some ideas for props for your next films when you don't feel motivated, you can be like, okay, maybe if I put this together and this together, we can make a sick looking, I don't know, sword or something like that. We could create a fake tree that'll be lit on fire, a model tree that then I can superimpose with a green screen later into my film. I could do that. Ah, yes. Write that down, work on that. When you're not motivated. Urban, if you can take the time when it is super hot in your room to watch a YouTube tutorial about how to create better angles for photography, then there you go. You made the first right little step towards it, you know? Or when it's super hot in your room, you go, I'm going to go outside, I'm going to take some fucking photos, and they might suck, but I'm going to take photos anyways. It's about showing up, you know? Indigestion, so I feel sick all the time, so I'll be able to get help with that, but I wish it was sooner. Dude, that is fair. I mean, that is a big thing, is like sometimes mental health and physical health can stop you from doing this. But if you can find a way to push through either one of those in a small way, it will help in the long run. No matter what little tiny thing that you do, it's going to help. It's going to be a bigger help than not doing it at all, you know? Teachers used to have their rooms freezing, and I just couldn't focus in school. That's fair. It's fucking fair. It's like when you gotta pee and you can't focus. Yeah. My thought is that if I don't try as hard as I can to do this one thing, then I won't be able to do it. But I'm going to do whatever I can to prove to my family that I'm serious and that this is what I want to do. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. That might be a thing that you have to unlearn, you know? Sometimes you don't have to try as hard as you can in certain scenarios, you know? Just do small things. Work on it. Chip away at it. I wish I could let someone walk in my shoes and be like, you feel like this all the time? Well, physically, actually mentally too. LMAO. That's what I really do. I have really bad health issues, like 50% of my life, LOL. Yeah, bro. Yeah, dude. Also, I'm not trying to minimize, by the way, I just want to be clear, any of your guys' struggles, because I know that a lot of you guys struggle with a lot of different things, you know? So, I mean, this is all my advice from somebody that doesn't have any major health issues and has only dealt with a little bit of depression and a good amount of anxiety. So, yeah, I mean, you know, take my advice with a grain of salt. Always. Anyone on the internet. Fucking take their, even in real life, you know, take their advice with a grain of salt. You come to your own truth and your own realizations.
A lot of people fall into. Instead, just turn up. Do the thing. I've got a friend. You guys know when I made the video on Conan, I shouted out the content creator Dumbways to Kai, because he also made the Conan survival game. He's doing a series of worst survival game ever. Me and Kai are good friends. And Kai is going to the gym, okay? Kai is getting jacked. Like, he's sending me some progress pictures, and I'm like, dude, you gotta stop. Because I want to stand next to you and not feel small. You know, you're intimidating me, man. Kai, you've got to be the friend. Kai, it's getting to the point now where if you and me stand next to each other, I'm the ugly one. And I'm not about that life, Kai. But no, in all reality, I completely support him and push him to do the absolute best that he possibly can, because he is a lovely guy. But most of his work is just turning up. Just turn up. Just go to the gym. Just do it. Just turn up. It sucks, but do it. So the next time you're thinking, oh, I'm not motivated, doesn't matter. You're the only person that knows whether you are or aren't. Nobody else cares. Just do it. Do the thing. You don't need to be motivated to it. Just wake up. Do it. And I know that sounds like the worst advice you ever can possibly give someone, but if you say to yourself, I am not going to wait until I'm motivated, I am just going to do this thing while unmotivated, you will achieve a hell of a lot more than you ever thought you could achieve. Right. Definitely was an enlightenment.
By the way, one thing that I learned from Dr. K, and really just learned in life, is really take shit one day at a time, right? I think that was my biggest problem when, like, trying to get in shape and shit in life. I haven't tried recently. Well, this is a new philosophy of mine, but take it one day at a fucking time. Because, like, a lot of times for, like, streaming or, like, uploading on YouTube or, like, getting in shape, if I did it one day, I would instantly devalidate myself and be like, I only did it one day. I have to do it 30 days in a row. Or I have to do this 3 times a week for months on end. Don't fucking worry about that. Like, let's use the gym, for example. One day at a fucking time, you know? Fucking lift some fucking dumbbells, fucking run on a treadmill. One day at a time. Don't look at the long-term fucking goals. Take it one single fucking day at a time. You know? Making YouTube videos. Let's say shorts. If you made one short today and you uploaded it, that's great. If you don't do it for another week, you at least have that one fucking short in the algorithm, you know? It's better than making nothing at all, if that's all you feel motivated for, you know? Do I have to go to an appointment on Wednesday where I have to fast myself and eat an egg while a little chip in it to observe my shit? Oh, observe my... Holy shit, my brain is having an aneurysm. Observe my stomach. Meant shit in the broad way. I'm 20 and I feel like I matured too quickly and started stressing too soon. I feel like I've definitely got some gray hairs already, but fuck it, we ball. Chad, I wouldn't even stress about that. You know what I'm saying? That can be a good thing if you matured quickly, right? I mean, it can be a good and bad thing because it can be hard to connect with people and you can start to stress about things. I think this is really where my, like, belief in a form of some sort of higher power helps, because I like truly believe that, like, whatever's supposed to happen happens. I'm not, like, religious in any way, but I'm, like, a spiritual person, and I just believe that whatever's supposed to come or go is going to come or go. Whatever's supposed to come into my life is supposed to come into my life. I work out till I'm sore. I don't count how many reps I do because having a number to achieve makes it exhausting for me. That's fair. Yeah, that was another big thing for me with working out, and that's probably what I would do, or at least do it in, like, some sort of way if I start working out again. It's like I can't do reps.
Lightning response. I'm sorry it was a long response, but that's just how these streams go. As soon as someone says an interesting question, I'm like, oh, ooh, cool content. As someone with crippling anxiety, the more time you spend thinking about something, the less likely you are to act. Yes, the old British military used to have a saying of, first of all, you do the thing you're scared of, and then you spend the time getting the courage to do it. So,
the only Christian I follow, like, with the name, When your parents make you worry about bills at 7, the damage is irreversible. Yes. I mean, if you want to spend years and years working on therapy, I would say there is a way out of that. But I get what you're saying 100%, and you're valid for it. COVID had only messed up most of the things, and most of my friends grew up while I mostly stayed the same, and sometimes I feel fucked for it. Yeah, dude. I mean, that's fair. COVID also, like, fucked my shit up, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That might be part of the reason why I'm not fucking friends with most of the people I was friends with in high school age. But, I wouldn't let that deter you from making new friends and finding new experiences, because it's never too fucking late, bro. It's never too late.
Oh, if you are ever feeling overwhelmed or scared, be like, okay, cool, I'm going to do this scary thing first, and then after the scary thing is done, we will sit down and work on how brave we have to be to get it. Performing something is in the editing phase. Yeah, very much. Perfecting something is very much in the editing phase. You learn far more from failure than you do from success. So if you are going to attempt to do something and you feel that you cannot succeed, that's okay. You can just go ahead, fail, learn something, try again.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. Sorry, that was it. I didn't realize that was ending right there. Dude, great video. I pretty much like talked about everything that he talked about, or like shared my thoughts on pretty much everything as the video went on. But yeah. So I don't really have any closing thoughts. Dumb enough not to doubt yourself. Holy crap, that's actually the secret. Now I'm motivated to be disciplined. Probably more than half of the process to succeeding is literally just turning up. I can't levitate now because I don't have enough knowledge to levitate, but I can use my wizard staff. Wise words from a wise man. Thank you for sharing your wisdom, Josh. You gotta be smart enough to be able to do the thing, but dumb enough to not doubt yourself. This is gold. It really is, bro. Easy, I don't. Damn. That advice is absolutely how I managed to get stuff done. Truth. Yes. Yes, dude. This is actually good advice. I lost my passion for a lot of things, especially relating to work, but doing what Josh said does help. It really does. I cycled through hours of videos trying to comprehend what motivation is and how to stay motivated. As I say, from psychologists and other creators, I got it from this one in the first 4 minutes. Yes, bro. This is insane advice. It's crazy that some motherfucker just playing Morrowind is able to give you like this can actually be life-changing advice to some people. I think it really would have been if I stumbled across it. Like, I mean, and it's very good, right? Like, that piece of advice, be dumb enough, like, to do it, or be smart enough to do it, but dumb enough not to doubt yourself, is really good advice that I actually use, and I literally referenced it the other day. That's why I wanted to react to this. But I think this would have been, like, totally life-changing advice for me if I didn't already have some, like, my spirituality, like, fucking ideologies and shit like that, and wasn't already tapped into podcasts about, like, improving your life and shit. This is, like, insanely good advice that he said here in this video.